This is similar to the practice when subscribing to other international news agencies, such as Reuters, Associated Press, CNN,
Mr. Chair,
and
Mr. Chair.
agents.
Before Attorney Tolentino continues his statement, I just would like to remind him he's under oath. And therefore, he must speak the truth in this committee. Because if not, I'll be compelled to move to make a motion to declare him in contempt of this committee.
Thank you very much, Chair. Mr. Chair. Yes, before we let Attorney Tolentino continue, I think in that meeting, if I recall correctly, we can ask the stenographers to check the records of the meeting. Hindi po niya sinabi that there were two separate agreements. Ang tanda ko po, ang sinabi niya, walang agreement yung CGTN with SMNI News at isa lang ang agreement na yun po ay yung sa Chinese Embassy at SMNI Foundation. Pero ngayon po, sinasabi po niya, dalawa po yung agreement. So please, to our stenographers, kindly check kung tama po yung recollection ko doon sa meeting na yon. Kasi yun po ang tanda ko. So magkaiba po yung sinasabi ngayon na dalawa yung agreement, magkaiba rin yung sinasabi noong nakaraang hearing na isa lang po yung agreement. So, pero habang chinecheck po ng ating secretariat yan, ang mabutin lang po, humingi na lang po tayo ng kopya ng agreement ng SMNI News tsaka ng CGTN. But still, before the end of the meeting, I would like to read the transcribed version so that we will know if he really said that there were two o ang sabi niya doon sa meeting na yon ay isa lang po yung agreement. That's all, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair, to expedite the situation, no? Mr. Chair.
There was a request by the Honorable Chanco for copies of what you are reading, those two. May I ask the page to please get a copy of what Attorney Tolentino is reading? May we have a copy while you're reading it?
Mr. Chairman.
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Chairman, in the spirit of
the Honorable Dan
in the
Fernandez.
spirit of fairness, may we allow the resource speaker to recollect his statement in the last hearing, thereby asking him to find out for himself kung he mentioned those statement that was mentioned by Congressman Toby. In that case, we will be proceeding with our hearing para makatipid po tayo sa oras.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Kasi I also believe that you mentioned that statement, Mr. Chairman.
Can I make a
Well, may I
clarification?
have the other agreement? Because there were two agreements that you mentioned.
Can I make a clarification, Mr. Chairman?
I'm sorry?
Can I make a clarification?
Yes, but can we have another copy? You mentioned of two agreements.
I only mentioned one agreement, Mr. Chairman.
No, you mentioned that there's a foundation and there is
Can I
a...
finish my statement, Mr. Chairman?
Okay, please.
The agreement is only between SMNA Foundation and Chinese Embassy Partnership with respect to the basketball court in Davao City and Dagami, Leyte. With respect to the SMNI and CGTN, there is no written agreement yet. It's still in the process of negotiation.
Okay, so we have a copy in our possession of the agreement of the Embassy of the People's Republic of China in the Republic of the Philippines and SMNI Foundation.
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
So you confirm
Yes,
that
Mr.
this
Chairman.
is a copy, a true copy.
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. And you're saying now that the second agreement does not have anything in writing.
Yes, Mr. Chair. It's still on the process of negotiation.
Okay. So, the Honorable Chanco, you still have the floor.
Yes, that's okay. I will just coordinate the committee secretariat with regards to the transcript. And you can proceed, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you very much. Yes,
Again,
Attorney Tolentino.
Mr. Chair, with respect to the other issue, Mr. Chair, subject to the constitutional rights and laws, Mr. Chair, and for the spirit of Christmas and humanitarian reason, Mr. Chair, I'd like to request this honorable committee through the chair that my two clients, Ka Eric Celis and Dr. Lorraine Badoy, be released from detention, Mr. Chair, with undertaking that they will write a formal letter to this honorable committee through the chairman about this request, Mr. Chair.
Thank you very much, Attorney Tolentino. We will await those letters. We're in receipt of one, but we still don't have another one. So anyway, we will go to the proper, at the proper time. I will be calling on you.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Mr.
Thank
Chair,
you very much,
before we
Attorney.
proceed,
Yes.
may I ask, sino po yung nagsulat? Dalawa yung kinontempo natin, si Celis and si Badoy.
Yes,
Sino na po ba nagsulat requesting for reconsideration?
well,
Yes, in writing it,
we
Mr.
are
Chair.
in receipt this morning of a letter from Ka Eric Celis, and we will read this later. No, we will have to proceed with the hearing,
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
and after we have tackled, we will go to the portion where we will be discussing this. Thank you very
Mr.
much.
Chair, for clarification purposes, we only have one letter at the moment that has
Yes,
been
we do
received.
have. We only have one.
So wala
letter.
pa tayong letter coming from Badoy.
Opo, wala pa po tayong
Okay,
letter
thank you,
doon.
Mr. Chair.
Thank you very much. So, the Honorable Toby,
cliency has to be released on the issue of constitutional right. I'd like to remind him that what we're doing here is also our constitutional right.
Yes,
Sorry, Tolentino.
we agree with that, Mr. Chair.
And therefore, you ought to reform your request.
Yes,
Because look, if you're telling us that they have their own constitutional, we have our own also here.
We
And what
agree
we're
with that.
doing right now is our constitutional right.
I'd
And
like to
therefore,
reform-
you ought to reform your statement.
Yes,
Mr.
Mr.
Chair.
Chair. Can I reform my statement, Mr. Chair?
okay, we will go there later, okay?
Thank you, Mr.
But the Honorable Benny Abante, you still have the floor for any interpretation on the bill of the Honorable Mings Gonzalez.
Mr. Chair, what I just would like to raise is that I think Madam Badoy made a statement that the House of Representatives is infiltrated with the communist elements. I know that they can be able to answer it. Perhaps our lawyer here would be able to answer that. Why did she make that statement?
That's why, Mr. Chair, if our request will be granted, they're willing to answer that, Mr. Chair, because they have personal knowledge about that question, Mr. Chair.
So,
Chair, I'm
in
going to
short,
have-
you do not have any, you can explain.
The best person to answer that, Mr. Chair, is Dr. Lorraine Badoy and Ka Eric Celis with respect to the terrorist issues, Mr. Chair, or the NPA or communist issue, Mr. Chair.
May I just ask, are you still lawyering for them? You were a hard lawyer in the last hearing. Are you still going to lawyer for them today?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay, so does it also go with Attorney Rex Suplico?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, so now, Honorable Abante,
Yeah, Mr. Chair,
you still have the floor.
sa akin in the spirit of the season, you would like them to be released also. But when you begin to make statements like that, accusing the House of Representatives to have communist elements here, well, that would be a very big accusation that this House cannot accept, Mr. Chair. I'm going to continue later on with my interpellation. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Benny Abante.
Umani naman ito ng iba't ibang reaksyon mula sa ating mga netizens. Ayon kay Rayo Lejarde, ang tatapang na mga kampa ni Tambales Laws. Pahayag naman ni June Nalangan, Kongreso na ang may-ari ng Pilipinas. Mag-ingat na ang taong bayan, baka lahat tayo ikulong kung hindi susunod sa kanilang gusto. At ito naman ang saloobin mula sa ating kababayan na si Donsky Animus Rev, Congress of Contempt can only be found in the Philippines. Mga kababayan, feel free to comment below para maglabas ng saloobin sa balitang ito.